last time on Out of the Abyss, guys, you finally reached the outskirts of Blingdenstone, hoping for a trip up to the surface. You were discussing some heavy things and also discussing your method in which to get into Blingdenstone. You are only a few miles off. About a day's trip there would do it. Is there anything you would like to talk about and plan in the meantime before your eventual arrival?
Yes, but I don't think any of it is productive. I think Gundra is kind of in that moment of like, all right, we if this doesn't go well, we might die. we, and maybe like kind of overthinking things and just announcing like various ideas for niche problems that could go down that he'll immediately forget because why would he remember any of them? They're not like Gundra is just being very loud and nervous about the idea of confronting the gates of Blingdenstone.
Rogi will, as you're doing this, walk over to Frankie. Hey, you
Hey,
are much better at doing the talkings than I am.
yeah.
Is is Gundra okay? Or is his weird mumblings and nervousness going to be bad for us?
Um, we could probably pass it off as him having some sort of mental illness.
Is that a good thing? Do guards like to hear that?
These guards might,
Okay.
if I know any of the history between the two.
Well, I will leave it up to you to try better at this thing, but I will follow your lead.
Classics of Border Patrol. We love the mentally ill and non-conforming people.
All right. If you have nothing else, jump.
Did I guess before we get there, I want to ask an out of character question.
Okay.
Mage armor, is it a visible thing?
I assume so.
I won't put it on then. Damn.
I assume it's like a glowing,
Like
kind of
sheen sort of thing?
like a glowing, ethereal suit of armor, so to speak.
Okay, yeah, I'm into that picture. It is inconvenient for my plans, but I'm into that
It's
picture.
probably like slightly
I just
see-through,
imagined
but
the sonic bubble.
just the sonic bubble.
That's shield. Don't get them mixed up.
Yeah, how dare you?
No, no, no. The magnetic one would be the mage armor, and then the green one would be shield.
Okay. Sure.
Alright then. So if you have nothing else to go on about, you travel a full days at a fast pace to reach the steps of Blingdenstone.
Right. Disguise self as a half wood, half drow elf.
Understood.
All right. Let's do this. Okay.
I will put you on the Blingdenstone map. You have a party icon. And let me find exactly what I need to be reading to you all. Find it. There we go. You see before you a rising steps leading up into a large platform, so to speak. You can see that they have some sort of cart lifting mechanism on the side to help, move carts up along these large steps. I say large because they're wide. The steps are clearly fitted for a smaller creature's,
Hmm.
foot length. So it's a little, I'm not gonna say treacherous, but you have to be a little bit more careful than you might think. But it's clearly wide enough to allow sleds and other things, carts and whatnot, to go up them. I believe there are no guards here at this point.
Hmm.
Walk forward to the main gate. It looks incredibly sturdy and powerful. You Durgar would probably notice they're made of steel and mithril.
Oh shit.
At this point, you notice 8 deep gnomes guarding this gate. They all look at you, immediately pulling out their weapons and arming themselves. One of them has a gem and it just glows brightly for a moment before kind of fading. His eyes shine. This might be the seed visibility you were warned about.
Oh, good.
They halt. They say, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Boogie from the
Ah,
back
they're
very
drow.
calmly waves. Hello.
Hi. I know how this looks, points at Keeluth, and doesn't gesture at himself because he's in character, he feels.
Okay.
But we mean no harm, and we're just trying to escape Menzoberranzan and its evils.
They all have a very severe frow, especially when they look Keeluth up and down, looking through all his weaponry. Then
Q is
looks
just
at
resting casually. I like to note that he's not on confidence right now, and instead leading confidence
Okay.
by
good to know.
reins.
Okay. Why are you here? Looking for what to each of you. Hopefully, one of you has an answer.
Did you
Rogi
not
is
just listen?
eyes fixed on Gundra and fixed on Frankie, just darting between the two, waiting for them to say something.
Well, many of us are escaping the drow, as they have sought fit to hunt us down after we've escaped their prison.
But you have a drow with you.
Yes, he is not like them. He was imprisoned with us, and he is also my half brother. I intend
So you
to.
are half drow.
Yes, I understand that your people and his have been fighting, but he no longer wants to live with those people who do not respect him and see. And I wish to take him to see our father on the surface.
Roll a deception check.
Okay, good.
You're doing great, Mark.
Yeah.
Keluth is going to give assistance to this role by
How?
going over and just sort of like uh, giving Gundra a side hug, but it's like a very awkward side hug.
I'm not giving
'Cause
advantage
it's
for
Are
this.
you
Well, here-
sure that's gonna
Daniel,
help?
Daniel,
I'm not
count-
giving advantage.
Daniel,
because
Can-
he's new to meeting his half brother and does not know how to show
not
affection,
giving advantage
but
for
it's
this.
Daniel,
it's
counterpoint.
genuine.
This is a brother
Can-
trying to console his brother, being very, very much forced by these people, threatening them effectively. And he's
Roll
forced
the
to show
damn
a.
dice.
Okay.
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 They take... Okay. They take a moment. One of them just kind of nods to the other. Okay. And the rest of you are also telling the same truth?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
As well. What about you, big one? Talking to you, Frankie.
Frankie, you're the only large person here.
Well, there's also
I
the
was muted.
gelatinous cube.
Oh,
Well-
that's true.
You can tell just by looking at me, I'm from the surface, and I'm trying to get back there.
Do you corroborate this story with these two drow brothers?
Yeah, but what they forgot to mention is that they work for me. You see, I'm a merchant, but I don't like to raise weapons on my own. I don't like to get my hands dirty, so I got people to do it for me.
Alright. What are you selling then, merchant?
Well, nothing right now. As you can tell, we don't really have much on us.
Right. When did
Yeah.
they start working for you then? Before or
Uh,
after you got captured by Drow? Or were already in prison with the Drow?
Gundra speaks up with, I think, a little bit more confidence now that
Not
so.
you. Not you. Him.
Well, I hired them right before the deal went bad.
So you were dealing with the Drow.
I was dealing with everybody, pal.
From where were you dealing with them?
At this point, shit, I don't know. What should I say?
This is an out of
That's
character.
This is
for you to decide. That'd be
Yep.
meta.
See, I'm not too familiar with it because
Just
I'm
keep
not from
bullshitting.
around here.
Yeah, he has two place names. One is the Fish Village that doesn't really make sense. Gracklestug is
I'll start like pointing and like snapping at Rogi and go, what was the name of that place that the deal went down? I can't really remember too well.
which deal? The first
No, no,
deal
no.
or the second deal? Because the
No.
second deal was in Grackelstock.
Oh yeah, that one was better, but the first one that got us into this mess.
Shit.
it's a little
Does
outpost.
Rogi know any other non-Drow cities? Or
Are you
like Drow
speaking
cities
of
that are not?
Wicketoans?
Yeah,
And
Frankie will look over at
Shloop-
Frankie will look over at Keeluth and Gundren and say, "Hey, you, spider lovers. What was the name of that town?"
Spider lovers. Noted.
Shloop-Ludop.
See, I'm trying to get on the good side
Oh,
of the people.
yes, that one. That one. That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
right.
The fish people, right?
And so then how did you go from a bad deal in Sloopludap to a good deal in Grackelstug to then being imprisoned by the Drow? Of which then, I assume, just before that deal went bad in Sloopludap, you hired these two Drow.
You see, I'm not too familiar with the area down here, so I found a couple of people who need to look around here. You see, these people aren't exactly the richest ones, so I offered them some money to give me some protection while I did a deal and slooped it up. It went wrong. We got captured. We escaped. Went all the way to Gracklestug, and then we got here. I'm just trying to get home, pal.
Make a deception check.
Can what Rogi or anyone else has said be?
I will say
giving him
with advantage because you included other people.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
good.
Hell yeah.
Dan, do you believe my story?
They look at you for a very long moment. Because as much of a story as you spun, which is all plausible, they're not exactly friendly to any of you.
Mhm.
They're all very much hostile. Keeping this in mind, though, and then seeing Jim Jar, they nod and go, "And you? You from Blingdenstone?" Jim Jar speaks up, kind of walks forward a little bit. "Yes, I am. You know, came from here just a few months ago. Came out of here doing some trading. That's when I met everybody else here. And I assure you, if they're good. They're with me." A moment goes by. 2 moments. 3. They put their arms down. "Why have you come here to Blingdenstone again?"
It's a moment in our travels towards the surface.
Well, I don't know if anyone could help you with the surface. But as long as you are fine with at least an armed guard with you, Drow, Elf, looking at both Country and Keeluth,
Keeluth doesn't react.
then you may enter.
Are you two gonna be okay with that?
Furthermore, we'll be taking you to our chief. They should very much want to hear your tale.
Okay. I have to re-up my spell hourly now.
And what of my lizard? Do you all have a stable?
You sure we can find one. The only question is, what is this cube doing behind you and not attacking any of you? I was waiting for it to happen.
Oh, this one is a bit of an
Glabagool speak up and goes, I'm Glabagool. Holy shit, it can speak.
it's a bit of
Yeah,
an oddity.
We
It's
we
actually
tamed him.
It's very nice.
given
He's
that
not coming in.
he's not.
We've had too many issues with things like that. He's not coming in.
Have you ever
Oh, well.
seen or met one like this before?
No, that's the problem.
I think then that would mean that if he's not like the other ones who
I
you
don't
have had
trust
problems
it
with.
staying outside.
Glabagool,
Okay.
we have business in the city, but it's temporary. We will come get you after we're done.
Did you keep him
Okay.
with the lizard?
He's not even looking at any of you. He's kind of looking down the stairs again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this way, guys. I'll meet you later.
Mm.
Wait, what is that? way?
And it's off by possessed by a demon.
And then he just kind of starts kind of undulating away.
Well, bye.
His eyes turn around while he's still moving. Bye, friends. Be safe. Have fun. Turns his eyes back forward.
Can Rogi like look at where he's heading
He's heading down the stairs.
that we just walked up?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I like get to the edge of the stairs real quick and like
Yeah.
see if he sees anything?
Yeah, I'll say that. And he's just kind of like looking around for a second. Then he looks to like a left tunnel and a right tunnel. And then he starts going to the right tunnel.
Wherever those other two scampered off to, I bet that's where that's headed, and I bet it's infested with demons.
I'm going to insight check him and see if he's doing this. If his thing has changed and if he seems
Do it with disadvantage because he is a gelatinous cube,
Gelatinous cube?
With only 2 eyeballs that are not his.
yes.
Okay, I'll see who with the 10. He's kind of hard to read. He doesn't seem out of ordinary. He just seems like he has a vague awareness of where he's going. He's feeling it out.
He's using his intuition.
May his
He's
non-existent
getting
soul
wiser
live on
already.
forever.
You don't know if he doesn't have a soul.
Rogi, go back and join the others. And take note of the right tunnel that he
I
went
bet
down.
if you killed him in Skyrim, he'd probably give you a soul gem.
Probably.
Most things do.
That means he probably has a soul.
Anyways,
Anyway, they eventually they do like some sort of nod to other members, and they start opening up or like knocking of some kind. You can't follow it thoroughly. It's a very long series of knocks, and eventually these large gates, plated with like adamantium and clearly made with like steel and metal, just starts to wind open. And in front of you, you just see a large tunnel that immediately takes a left. You can see it on the map even. You see that there are these high-end portions with railings that look down upon you as 4 guards escort you and your party through. You can see these are about 10-foot high walls studded with nails.
Hmm.
So, a bit of a treacherous thing to try to climb up. But more guards kind of watch you from up top as you guys snake your way through this labyrinth, this maze that they've created. And at certain points, it becomes narrow. That only like small creatures can just casually fit through. You guys have to start squeezing your whole form past it.
hmm.
And after a good long while of just traveling, ooh, that's not what I
Ah!
Ooh. You become squished.
Yes.
Actually, why did it?
Squish the baby.
Enlarge them.
Enhance. Eventually, you guys make it past. This, eventually, yeah, you guys come through the whole thing. You You reach what looks to be like a gauntlet of some kind. There's just gate towers and tunnels. You, the Drow, would kind of notice this is probably how they kept most of the Drow invasion at bay,
Mm-hmm.
but sheer numbers would, of course, work its way through this. So it's probably treacherous in the beginning. This is probably how their main force, or their main defense, kind of held off the Drow for a while. But eventually, they open up another gate. That you walk in, and the guards stop as a moment as you enter, waiting for the gate behind you to close and lock. You then get to the second gate, and you do the exact same thing. At this point, you see, as the gates close behind you once more and lock, just the bright warmness of the rest of these Blingdenstone caverns. Not like Gracklestug, where it was just one large cave. These are like one large cavern. These are like a series of caves and tunnels, and most of these tunnels are made only for, the deep gnomes. But they're all winding. It's immediately you see only in your immediate vicinity, left and right, and like a cave in front of you that leads down. It looks like a labyrinth from the very beginning. But you guys are now in inner Blingdenstone. You leave the dark tunnel behind and step into what looks like another world. These aren't sinister drow caverns or harsh bare stone, but a subterranean land of warm colors and welcoming smells. The deep gnomes you see are going about their business, glancing up at you with suspicion. But most of you instinctively understand that you face no threats here. One of the guards escorting you abandons his severe frown to give a deep nod as he prompts you past the inner gates. Says, "Welcome to Blingdenstone, travelers."
Whew.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. We were going to speak with somebody about our presence here, or is
Yes, this way. So they then take you a long route, just kind of passing through. When you get to this area, you hear something. You hear like a clash of like ceramic plating against like one of these cave homes, it looks like. You hear it just smack against the wall. And like a sort of a moan and a whine at the same time. The guards keep ushering you past. And then
What did
one
you
thing,
say is making this?
like some sort of moan or whine. Some combination of the two.
Is there any emotionality behind the moan? Pain? Sorrow?
Ang- like
Happiness?
anger,
Okay.
probably your best bet. You hear words being said, but you cannot understand them. Just from the inside of the home. They keep traveling you through. Clearly purposely taking some sort of winding path. Before you make it about here. What looks to be like a large... It looked at one point maybe it was a palace, or just a provisional home, like the government here. But you're escorted in... I got this right. Yeah. Alright. At this point inside you see 24 or so deep gnomes occupy this well-lit cavern. Some move briskly with messenger pouches in hand, while others huddle around several stone tables covered in maps and other papers, talking in hushed, serious tone. The back of the room is dominated by a dais carved from rock of the cavern, atop which rest two stone desks facing each other. Two deep gnomes, one male and one female, sit behind the desk, conferring with advisors and each other. They turn their attention to you as soon as you enter. Who goes there? One of them says.
Uh,
Waiting on you.
travelers. Well, more refugees from escaping from Drow. Uh, we came to your city in order to briefly seek shelter and also make our way to the surface from here. I understand that my brother here is probably not as welcome in your city, but I wanted to let you know that he and I are both just trying to escape the harshness of Menzoberranzan and its cruelties.
Hmm.
We have been pursued by Drow for a very long time now.
Is
It
that
is
it?
very nice to have shelter here. Thank you.
Drow are the only things pursuing you.
Well, they're the only things directly pursuing us, but I feel that you may be aware of some other goings on that we have taken notice of. The demons stalk the. Well, every tunnel in this Underdark, it seems. We've managed to sneak by them, but we're aware of their presence.
Demons, you say? Have you witnessed any demons?
Oh yeah.
A few, yes.
Such as?
We believe a Kutoan city was destroyed by a demon lord himself, though I don't believe any of us got a good look. As well as, well, I don't know if this counts as a sighting, but Myconids were speaking of their queen, which, if you are familiar, is a reference to another demon lord. I don't know if she's present or they're simply worshipping her, but it is two figures more than we would like in terms of strong demonic presence.
I see. The male and the female sitting at the dais, they speak to each other, hushed tone for a moment.
What
That's
language do they
interesting.
speak in?
Probably Gnomish.
Probably gnomish. Yeah.
Do I know Gnomish?
You can't necessarily hear what they're saying. They're just kind of
Okay.
out of earshot a little bit. They're speaking quietly so that you don't.
Okay.
Hmm. The captain has allowed you to come in. If this is your story, I imagine it's fine. We'll offer you safe haven, but your drow right there is never to be let out of eyesight of an armed guard.
Just nods.
Just in case this is some
Cute
exceedingly
smiles.
clever, sort of exceedingly clever drow spy. It's fooled most of you. I am
Edith is
Dorbo.
very flattered by that idea and thoroughly enjoys these accusations being put against him. They're
Je-
nice.
God damn it.
Genuinely,
compliments.
my thought was you're flattering Keyleth too much.
That's exactly what's happening. Opinion of the deep gnomes has gone up.
I am Dorbo Digger Matak. This here is Seni Digger Matak. While traditionally there is always a king and a queen who serves, we, since the exploration back into Blingdenstone, are essentially the best we have. I'll type those out for you.
Since the what?
Since the expedition into Blingdenstone. There you
Did
go.
did something happen?
You would probably know this just because it was big news in the Underdark. About 100 or so years ago, the Drow made an attack against Blingdenstone and kind of wiped it out. And a lot of most of the deep gnomes who were living here fled. And just in the past decade or two, they have made an expedition to re-enter Blingdenstone and try to claim it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of the walls and everything, does it look like there's a lot of new construction then? That's kind of
There's-
in Blingdenstone as we've been walking through it.
As you've been walking through, it looks like there's probably damage here at one point. A lot of stuff just seems overgrown from fungus at times. You haven't seen anything. Some things are reconstructed, but it doesn't look like anything was necessarily absolutely just destroyed. You figure also this isn't the kind of place where you could just do siege. This is like a with siege weaponry and destroy things. It seems like if there was an attack here, it'd be a very personal man-to-man attack.
Mm-hmm.
So there, if anything, at the end of an attack like this, there'd be more corpses than destroyed, ruined buildings.
Okay.
But you didn't see necessarily just corpses littering the floor or anything like that. They probably cleaned all that up a while ago.
Yeah.
Or at
You-
least
you said it's
the
been about
wildlife.
Decade since they've.
About a decade.
Okay.
But they continued to ask, Sani speaks up. So what is your business here other than just to have a safe haven? And you are allowed a safe haven on the condition you pose no trouble in this community.
Well,
We are trying to continue escaping and get to the surface, and also, points to Frankie, reunite this one with his family.
as much as we would be protected from our pursuers here, we doubt that we truly belong to your city, so we will be continuing onward for a safe haven that isn't under so much stress.
Gorbo nods. Well, we'd like to help you, but currently Blingdenstone is under severe pressure. We can't spare anyone to guide you to the surface. And we don't allow strangers to buy or borrow maps.
Really?
It's sound reasoning.
Hmm.
So, the little gnome who is our new friend. What does it take to not be a stranger around here?
You talking about Dorbo?
Either of them, I guess.
Okay. So not to be a stranger? Hmm. They talk a moment to each other. Well, we have a few things that you could do around here that could free up some of our resources. Perhaps. We have rumors, for one instance, that there is some monster or magic in the northwestern part of the settlement that might be responsible for the growing number of oozes here in Blingdenstone.
Keyleth just mutters under his breath, I knew it.
Gundra is like very lightly, visibly frustrated at this because I don't think I have to. Like, he was a little weirded out by the cube, but like he was like, you know what, this is fine. But with this, it's like if the cube was here, it'd be like, get that motherfucker. We let it go, damn.
You can return with information about it. You would help us greatly. We could have offered you some sort of repayment. Another of our constant issues we've been having is we have an issue with the Gold Whisker clan up towards the north. The Gold Whisker clan are a clan of were-rats. They're proving a point of contention among us.
Keyleth is just gonna growl under his breath, I knew it.
I want them out to free up living space. Denny here, unfortunately, argues that the were-rats are descendants of Blingdenstone's citizen and should deserve to stay and rejoin our community. at least in some sort of agreement, alliance, or even just some military thing. However, the Rare Rats are as territorial and defensive as us. Any attempt we have to parlay with them always meets with violence. Senny speaks up. If you could venture into their warrens as not deep gnomes and talk to whoever is in charge, we would much appreciate that. Furthermore, there's just a series of issues all around Blingdenstone at the moment. Helping us deal with any of these things might make the rest of the community see you more favorably, despite your company.
Well, who wants to go kill a bunch of were-rats? I'm
You're
sick
cl-
of dealing with malevolent magic.
Uh,
You're
look,
clearly exhausted from a day's journey. We do have an inn that was specifically designed for foreigners.
that's wonderful.
You have a stables?
We do.
He pats confidence on the nose.
Gundra looking at Senny, who Senny is the one that was
Yes.
more sympathetic to the were rats. Just like,
Yes.
and don't worry, we will only kill them if that we are left with no other choice. We will attempt every possibility at diplomacy to make sure that every single idea and voice is heard. Thank you so much.
She smiles and nods at that. Dorbo just kind of doesn't quite enjoy,
Yeah.
hearing the diplomacy.
Yeah, like I just feel like
Keith will give him a wink.
He does not like this.
yeah, Gundra was just like very
Disgusted by
concerned.
that.
Gundra was just very concerned with, oh, we don't want to piss off one of the two leaders of this area. We have to have some part of our group is like, well, I disagree. So we have both of them kind of on our side, but that's not working out.
Well, you chose the drow to do that.
Well, he volunteered to be the.
He volunteered.
Yeah. Either way, for a moment, kind of goes by, and they wave you along. One of the guards say, "You head this way." And I'll even point on the map. This kind of cavern over here. You'll find the foaming mug. I will escort you there now. It was abandoned after the drow invasion. Looking at Kilu.
Keith
But it's-
smiles.
But recently reopened. It's got a supply of surface foods and beverages, and at least the rooms are bigger. There's also a
Well.
hot spring.
At least I'll be able to find out if I'm allergic to anything on the surface before going there.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
great. I would
Let's
also,
only hope you are.
and I also would like to point out, he wasn't even born whenever the invasion happened. I know Drow as a whole, that's a big problem, but you are looking at well, he's not a child, but
You are younger than me, so don't even try.
you can't prove that. You
Kilu's just gonna put his hand on top of his head and then his other hand on top of your head and let the height difference speak for itself. The height difference of probably 1 inch at best.
Oh no, you're massive. That means you're older.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page,
Did
brother.
Did they not teach you in that strange drow fighting whatever math and basic biology? These things people are probably older than us and they're much shorter. And we just
But they're gnomes.
I think we have this argument until we get to the place.
Yeah,
With very close slip-ups from Gundra, but never like actually hitting there.
They're watching you the whole time, and as they open the door for you and let you enter, one of them just kind of stands guard outside, clearly keeping an eye on Keelu as he walks in. Is at this point you see like what looks to be only described as a very bored deep gnome. He's just sitting there, like looking through a book. When the door kind of opens and he very casually looks up, his eyes go wide. He gets very excited. He goes, "Yeah, about time. Come in, come in, come in. Yeah, even that one. Yes, come in."
Daniel, quick question. How much of an hour has passed?
Oh, you're getting a little close.
Gundra just says, how much for a room? And listen, I'm not going to go anywhere else, so just state your price. He just kind of starts putting gold on the table. I'll pay for whatever we need. I just want to get a look at it real quick. And he's,
We have not had a moment to ourselves at all, have we?
Not
In the
really,
walk
no.
From back
No.
to- okay. Yep.
Absolutely not. She just kind of goes, no need, no pay. This is the most exciting thing that's happened in months.
wow, that's great.
Actually,
I would
that being said, for all of you, I'll just take a gold.
I'll pay for it. Fuck it. Who cares? Nothing matters. I need to get into a
But-
room.
But free food and drink, they're all on me.
Oh, wonderful,
had to-
wonderful.
You have to sit here. My name is Tappy Foamstrap.
I would love to learn this later.
No,
Hello,
you
Tappy
have
Foam
to stay.
Strap.
Tappy Foamstrap.
Tappy.
He's very excited. He goes, most of my tavern patrons aren't here yet, but if you give it a little while, I mean, when the workday ends, they typically come here, and I mean, they're also lovely. Some of them would love to meet you, but I have to ask, just what kind of adventure? You clearly, I mean, I'm just sorry for asking, but you're not from here, clearly. I mean, you might be looking at Jim Jar, but I have to ask, how did you get here?
Do you have a washroom?
We walked.
My brother is half surface, whatever. I don't know
No.
how much fully understood what ails him, but he gets quite faint in the tunnels and must rest.
Uh-huh.
I think. And he just kind of like eyes Gundra in a sort of like appraisal way
But
and
I
then
have to-
turns back. We've
then
met
what-
recently.
I have to ask, what happened? What made him so sick then?
It's just an
Well, it's not-
unfamiliar
it's-
conditions.
We have been eating a lot of mushrooms on our journey.
Please stop
Well,
asking
who
questions. I need to lay down.
Keeluth is going to
course,
go
but-
over and very dramatically pick up Gundra.
Oh, okay, yes. Like, how are you picking him up? Princess style, over the shoulder?
Bridal style.
Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely bridal
Yes.
style.
You don't need
Just
to
scoop 'em
like.
up in their arms and-
Gundra does lean into it, but he just says, "You don't need to do this. I'll be fine. I just need a few moments to
No,
myself."
brother, I insist.
Oh, well, it's nice
Of
that
our new
family cares.
familial bonds. Lost family.
Oh, okay. Very odd, but yes, I'll show you to a room. Yes, he picks up one of the keys and beckons her to follow. Opens up one of the rooms and you open up. Not bad. Not a bad tavern or
Mhm.
not a bad inn. The beds are nice to your size. They don't look worn down or shitty.
That's good. That's good.
Do the armed guards follow Keeluth?
They're kind of inside, but they watch you go.
I'm gonna get
There's
out
no-
of everybody's
there's no
sight.
Window. There's no window necessarily, so if the door closes, you're just trapped in there.
Yeah, so I think Gundra, like, as soon as he gets
So
to a
there
room
are-
and he's like, "Oh, this is very interesting," he'll like close it a little bit so like the gnome that's giving us a tour can't see him. He's like, "I just want to check this out real quick."
Yes,
And he casts.
Keeluth's just going to
Door closed.
lean down into like the gnome's face. So you're really not afraid of me, then, are you? And he's just gonna like
This
lead
guy's
her out to the
self
hall and
fucking
shut the door
recast.
behind him.
Fucking-
I should be, and you are scary, but I'm more excited about what you've been doing.
Really?
And if you say anything wrong, then I can always just tell the guard.
That's true. You can always just tell the guards about anything I say.
Wow, this room is
However-
great. Thank you.
So,
I
could-
have to
could
ask
you...
for leniency because, you know, culture clash. I may say something wrong
Well, I
without
hope your
knowing.
culture stays in check while you're in my house.
That's a perfect response.
So, do you guys have food or a kitchen?
Of course, yes.
Could you
yes.
show it to me?
Here's your key. Hands Gundra the key,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I'll make something right away.
Ah, wonderful. Can
We
I
have
come
some-
see?
Oh yes, we have some Dark Lake Stout if you would like any. We got them from Mantle Dareth.
That sounds wonderful. Please show me where all this is.
Yeah, so
Com-
she takes you back into the main room.
yeah,
Okay.
my comedy brain says the moment like he is able to fully close the door, there's like a loud poof sound. But I think it's a little bit more
Oh,
subtle than that. There's just like
nothing.
weird noises are heard as if he's speaking to
Yeah.
himself, and then like he
Keyleth
comes
is
out.
standing outside the door.
This was
You
a
just-
mistake.
You're about one of the only people who really hears the ding of like the spell deactivating.
Deactivating, reactivating, just like, and like he comes out and he says, "I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. This is probably a mistake. Let's get on their good side immediately."
Keyleth just nods at that.
So this is like a very classic inn
Uh-huh.
sort of look. It's a very like it's a wide open main tap room. You know, you could see the kegs in which they just pour the, pints of dark lake stout into. And then off of like kind of in the back area, there's probably a kitchen. But for the most part, the halls are in the back are lined with just cave rooms. And eventually, as you go on, you all get handed a key. There's 2 beds per room,
Mm-hmm.
so there's enough for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
There is absolutely no other foreigners in this inn,
Yeah.
so you guys are the only ones here.
Oh, so there's not even other
Yeah. This is this.
deep gnomes. There's literally just us.
Yeah. This place
It's just
is
you guys right now and Tappy Foamstrap.
outside of
Ooh.
the city.
Love it.
It is a war zone. They have not gotten a lot of tourism.
Yeah,
What? Really? Damn.
Yeah.
and
Missing
it's like
out.
almost as if on cue. There's a point where a ghost, and a literal ghost, kind of just walks through the walls, kind of looks around, not aware of almost any of you, and just starts walking through, just across the tap room into a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And
You should-
Tabby's seen it, but she doesn't think anything of it. She then just hands you all food and drinks. Now,
Thank you.
please, while you're, I have to know. How did you get here? Tell me your story, please. Was it dangerous? Was it exciting?
It's the underdark. It's always dangerous.
Well, that's
Keyleth
true.
Kind
But
of
was
smiles
it
a
more?
bit.
Was it more dangerous?
It depends on
Oh,
your.
more dangerous, incredibly dangerous. A matter of worldly devastationly dangerous, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have to say. Come on, I need details.
Well, I can't say the name since it is cursed. But an entire city was destroyed on our way over here. Have you ever heard of Sloopledop?
Oh, is that the place where the fish people live?
That is exactly the place with fish
I've
people
heard of
live.
it. Yeah, I get some people come through here know that place. I
Well,
heard
it's
it's
been
got, like,
destroyed by
rickety
a demon
towers.
lord.
Oh, a demon lord?
A
Do
demon
go
lord.
on.
Well, and Keyleth just kind of goes. He doesn't even start with Sloopledop. He starts with the imprisonment and then kind of, changes things to be like, oh, after meeting my brother, I had to flee the city for camaraderie reasons, whatever. That's how we got captured, me and my brother.
Oh,
And then goes into the
a
tale
story
of
family. I love
everything
it.
up until fleeing Shalooploodop
Basically, just
down the river.
yeah, basically just tells the truth for most of it. The brother element of it just drops off immediately. Just like,
Right. Oh, that's so
qu-
exciting.
question: does he ever say Gundra's name?
He never says Gundra's name.
Perfect.
He
He has
refers
a
to
fake-
Gundra specifically in the Drow term for brother.
Gundra has a fake name ready. He has not said it, and he probably won't, out of just fear.
Well, if you stick around just for a few, probably 10, 20 more minutes, all the other people start coming in. Well, it'll just be a raucous time.
Wonderful.
Are the other people ghosts as the one that just flew in, or are they actually
Oh,
people?
no. Blingdenstone does have a bit of a ghost problem right now.
Do you not have
Uh,
clerics?
It does. Yes, but it's still getting a little worse. There are more spirits, and some of them are haunting the catacombs. Where we buried the dead for the most part.
It doesn't help that a lot of people were slaughtered in this city by.
No, it doesn't, does it? Looking at Keelu, looking back at
Keyleth
you.
just smiles.
This man is maybe 60 years old.
Yeah, well,
He
Just
wasn't
like
there,
that's
and if he was,
weird.
he was a baby.
Yeah, he looks like he'd still do it though.
I mean,
Please, my father was killed by drow.
Hmm. That seems normal though, from what I've
Insight
heard.
check.
It is. Go ahead.
Gundra wants to like.
Back to the drow. Never being can't read them.
Gundra wants to say
Enigmas,
something
he's
about
back.
his
Damn it.
dad, but that is incredibly not normal for like fucking drow.
But you wait a while. Just Tappy is berating you with questions about your adventures, your life, getting out whatever piece of information you can because she's so excited to have new people here. New.
Keluth is obliging her, but also over exaggerating his assistance throughout the entire thing.
Okay.
And
She's doing it to
propping
every
himself up.
single one of you. She's getting your names, your life stories, everything she can.
Oh, in that
Rogi
case,
will never offer information unless asked, but if
Mhm.
she asks, he will tell her the truth to literally anything.
Okay.
In fact, these two aren't even brothers.
Except
So
that.
are
He
these
won't do
two
that.
brothers? No. Guard.
Wait.
in that case, Gundra says his name is Myathal. He lived on the surface for most of his life, didn't know he had any family. Learned that he was half drow, went to the surface through complex magic that he's learned as being a wizard. He was able to find his blood relative, learned that his blood relative that wasn't in a good standing in Menzoberranzan, and told him about the beauties of the surface, blah blah blah. Like all of this stuff, and they thought they could make a better life for themselves working together, siblings, once separated, now reunited. And then the prison stuff happened, and then he kind of like just says, and then he told you the rest.
She at some point just goes,
Rogi's going to
"Aw,
insight check Gundra.
I just love stories about family coming together."
What's the insight?
Wow, 5 insight. Yeah, Gundra made up that his name is Myathal and that he's from the surface and a half drow. You've got him, buddy. This is a completely made up story. You think, with a 25, like I will say at least, you think Gundra has thought about this a lot? You don't know why, but he seems to have had this plan for a while.
Yeah, no, Rogi forgot that you weren't Gundra for a little bit and just needed to insight check you to make sure.
You didn't just
Um,
get a
it still
weird
was
elf. Just
He also,
It's Milton.
since he
I
does
don't know
see
if
through
anyone's
it,
seen Suicide Squad yet.
since he does see through it, Rogi does not shed any tears. But if his insight check were lower, he definitely would be crying right now.
At this point, from asking questions, this tavern is now filled with patrons of just all different kinds. For the most part, they're very indifferent to you, except if they see you with Keelu, then they get a little more hostile. They're actively ignoring you and spitting your direction. As if to
I-
keep away
Keluth
bad luck.
matches eyes with every single one of them and smiles. And it
Myathal.
is not a friendly smile.
Myathal, the half drow, gets in front of his brother and tries to like block off a few of the gates. It's just like, yeah, he's here. You have a problem? And it's like, the purpose of this entire disguise is to be an advocate for this drow inside of the fucking gnome city. So he's doing that job now.
Okay. If any of you guys would like to talk to the patrons and just kind of get the lay of the land, what's going on, things you could probably help with.
Frankie's just gonna watch and listen.
Okay, that's good. Make a. You know what? Give me just a nice casual perception check. See what keynotes you kind of pick up on. Even a 13 is fine. It wouldn't be too hard to just kind of pick and choose as you're walking around drinking. If anyone else would like to participate in their own stuff, like perception checks and whatnot, ways to kind of.
I
Rogi would
will
like to
check.
begin looking for individuals who have rat-like characteristics.
Okay, I'll tell you right now, none.
Okay.
Ooh,
Are you sure?
You're
Keluth.
cross-eyed.
Okay, so I'd like to imagine while Keeluth is matching eyes with all the gnomes, Gundra at one point just like puts his hand over Keeluth's face. It's just like stop.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Basically,
We have to be nice.
you renamed yourself Liable.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyways, you pick up a few things here and there. You pick up Frankie. Back in the day, there seemed to be some crazy deep gnome at the first days of reclamation who disappeared, but recently some scouts claim to have seen him skulking around undercovered areas of the settlement.
Hmm.
So Dane, do you want to do a perception check or anything like that? Rio? Rio?
He's asleep.
Did you fall asleep?
Rio.
Kevin, can you call Rio?
Most definitely.
Okay. Alright. A few other things come to mind, Frankie, as you're kind of watching and listening to these people. You can definitely tell that there is a clear division about what people think to do about the were-rat living in the southwestern cavern. Some of them want them out, while others propose an alliance or some kind of mutual defense pact. No one can agree. It seems like a decision split down the middle. But the one very weird thing that kind of comes to your ears is something called the Stoneheart Enclave is closing in on a solution to something known as, to some sort of threat known as Agramox Bane. The gnomes call a large unclaimed area in the settlement called, they call it Rock Blight, and apparently earth elementals go insane whenever they go near it.
So it's a rock that turns people crazy.
You're not quite sure. They just call it Agramox Bane, but something in the area is called Rock Blight, and when earth elementals go there, they go crazy. They don't know why or how. After, I would say, probably a few hours of just, you're not necessarily socializing, I'm assuming. You're just listening to, you know, different kinds of conversations happening all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few hours of doing that, you kind of get the gist. They all talk about a variety of things. Nothing you're too interested in. You hear word of there is like a forging area, a trading area of some kind.
To save on spell slots, Gundra at one point does just hang out in his room for a while,
Okay.
ready to cast as soon as that he hears that door click, but like just like, hey, come get me when we start moving.
Yeah. After a few hours, it's kind of like the end of your rest day. So this would be the night you would spend in Blingdenstone,
Oh, wonderful.
because you traveled a full day's journey to get here. So you're kind of at the end of your day, so to speak.
Okay.
So that, I guess you guys all, unless you guys want to confer for a moment, talk about what to do. It's essentially the end of the day.
Do
We
we
got-
all have a moment where we're back in the room?
We can all hang out in one room even for a short, brief period.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all, you're the only ones who have rooms here, essentially. So, you know, pick whoever's room you want to be in.
Gundra laments that he has picked an hour-long spell to casually just be in for the entire time he's here.
Rogi will turn to Keeluth after everything has been said, and we'll say, so, I still think I'm pretty new to emotions,
Mm-hmm.
but when you smile at people here in this
Mhm.
city in a way that looks, well, for lack of a better way to put it, very malicious, I don't think it really puts them at ease.
Correct.
Am I interpreting this correctly?
I would certainly hope so. I
Smile.
don't want any of them
Wait,
thinking I'm
so-
weak, so they take me over and shank me. I've been invited in for now, but it's only a matter of time before some disgruntled citizens decide to take matters into their own hands. No one wants a drow in their cities, after all.
But if we are trying to get on the good and happy side of these people, isn't threatening them with smiles counter to that?
Do you think a
I
smile is a
am what
threat?
I am.
When he does it, yes, it very much looks like it and feels like it.
It is.
Keyleth just kind of shrugs. I am what I am. They're going to
This
hate
is
me
true.
regardless, so I might as well enjoy myself.
Seeking the approval of people who will always hate you is a fruitless effort. This is a lesson I think we both have learned living in Menzel Baranza in all of our lives. It is important to work with their idea of you and see the useful angles of it. Right now, we don't have a lot of information.
So
It's
you
good to
are
keep up a wall.
smiling on purpose. You do not want me to jab you to remind you to not do this.
I
Sh-
don't want you jabbing me at all. In fact, don't touch me. Don't touch any of my stuff. They are mine.
Showing any weakness allows for attack. Even the kindness that you might see others afford each other between strangers, it's nothing more than an opening.
Animals are very, very different than humanoids.
Correct. That's why they are the ones who are hunted.
There are some animals that do. There are many animals that do the hunting and not do the hunted.
Spiders are perfection. Yes, I know.
Do we want to take care of the rats or the ooze problem first?
I don't want to set foot next to any ooze problem. It reeks too much of the myconid problem.
Also, I want to point out you guys have Pellic's hand.
We also have this. Rogi pulls out the hand.
You kept that?
Yeah?
That's-
Mm,
That's
to
gross.
the catacombs for this ghost problem, then. Perhaps we can talk to a cleric. Were you not wanting to find a cleric, Gundra?
Well, yes, but whatever they'll do is probably going to be prohibitively expensive. Still, sure.
Well, can't hurt of asking. And if we deal with their ghost problem for them, perhaps so they'll lower the price.
Okay. I'm not looking
And-
forward
and
to seeking
That needs
help.
to go. He just points at the hand.
Well, of course, but we can also just throw it out the window. Well, there's no windows here.
Rogi, are you going to throw it out the window? That's a no. He's not going to throw it out the window.
Fine. We'll deal with the ghost problem, and then, if Frankie's up for it, we can have a long, boring negotiation with some disease-ridden ratman.
I believe Topsy and Turvsy will be speaking up for us. Or betraying us.
There's a problem because I'm not sure what we're gonna do about them. I've been listening to the people here, and half of them want to get rid of them, and half of them want to ally with them.
Well, here's the thing.
So it
Regardless,
doesn't matter whichever we choose as long as there's a solution in this case.
Yes, we win either
This
way.
is true.
No matter what, we're going to have half the people on our side.
Then I think we should decide amongst ourselves what we want to do.
You also heard about this Ogrenmock's Bane issue they've been having.
The Agamoth's Bane issue reeks too much of the Ooze issue, which reeks too much of the Myconid issue.
And what exactly did they say their issue with the oozes is?
They're coming in.
They're coming in, becoming weird, becoming strange. No doubt that whatever that gelatinous cube we met under the effects of some kind of either wild magic, hopefully, and curse the day that I say hopefully it's just wild magic, but this day is forever cursed. Or it's, well, the same problems the Myconids were having.
If this day is cursed, we should definitely go to bed.
I'll take first watch.
You guys are in locked rooms. It's only 2 to each of you.
He's
Frankie's
taking first
already
watch.
in bed.
Okay. Frankie's the first one out the room into his bed. Alright, so who's bunking with Frankie?
Jim Jar.
Alright,
Well-
Jim Jar.
Yeah, probably.
So then Thodane and well, I mean there's also Durendil still around.
Yeah,
I forgot puppy.
I'll be honest. I'm a little wary about him.
Yeah, we kind of want to put him in his own room.
Okay, he could be in his own room. The Thodane.
Isolation is just going to make the madness take hold faster.
You don't know
You
that.
don't know that. Me rolling a d20. You don't know that. So yeah, we Thodane and Rogi in a room. Frankie and Jim Jar, Elith and Mayathal.
That's me. Never forget.
Alright, you wake up in the morning, fit and ready to go. Free breakfast. Very good.
Keyleth's going
Wow, free
to go
breakfast.
downstairs, ask for 2 plates of breakfast, and then take them back up to his room.
Okay.
Brother, feeling ill again.
Well, tell him I said he should get well soon.
Yeah. This is like surface food, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Gundra
It's
is perplexed.
Really, like, this is the cuisine that they would serve.
Keyleth
Gundra.
brings it up. I don't know what it is, but it smells passable.
Hmm. This, I believe, is like a roll. You know that stuff that we introduce. That the Gundra like explains how bread is similar to whatever the underdark equivalent of bread, which I assume is like mushroom paste that is cooked or something.
I would imagine they're very similar. It's just the base ingredient
Hmm.
is probably different. So like you're making a flour, but in this case the flour is mushroom, whereas in the surface, it'd be like a
It's
wheat.
like using almond flour instead of regular flour.
Yeah.
Texture's
Only one
different,
is
taste
sweeter.
is different.
The carbs are way worse with surface bread.
Yeah.
It's,
Frankie as an example.
How do you think the drow stay so skinny? Exercise? Intense
imagine
labor?
you guys
No.
No,
have-
they just eat shitty food.
they
I
do.
imagine you guys have like eggs, bread, probably like some sausage in there as well, like some blood sausage.
Keyleth has toast. He's never seen toast in his life, and he doesn't know how to eat it.
Yeah.
Gundra
I
pokes
imagine
an
you don't
egg yolk
actually
with.
have toast. I feel like that.
Like again, I think it's like a bun or a roll or
Yeah,
something
like
like
a
that.
bun or a roll.
Probably cut in
Which
half and split between us.
Frankie, 100% all right. This is a treat from home. Frankie, like, I bet he's enjoying every bit of this meal.
Oh yeah.
Because these are like chicken eggs. These are not like, lizard eggs or something.
Gundra pokes the yolk and it breaks, and he's like, "Is it supposed to do that? Is this bad? Is that like?"
I imagine Odane and Roki are in this drow corner here, being like, "The hell is this?"
What is
That's,
this?
that's how you know
I
it's
do
good.
not know how they made it.
I want to point out, Gundra and Keyleth are not with the rest of the party. They are in their room
Mhm.
eating.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You guys might all be on the tap room,
Yep.
just enjoying your breakfast together.
Rogi does turn to Jim Jar and says, What is this stuff?"
Yeah, you've never been in it? You should go to the surface more time, my friend. So these are eggs, but like they're from like a bird, right? Like a small bird.
Do you know what a bird is?
What is a bird?
Oh, you've seen a bird. What's the Kaylee? What's the one? What's the one-
Diatrema.
Yeah, like a diatrema,
But
Oh, like-
fluffier.
but like smaller.
Oh.
Smaller, cuter, fluffier, tastier.
Because yeah, a diatrema is essentially a terror bird.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a dinosaur bird.
it's a dinosaur bird. You remember terror birds from when we played Ark and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's what a diatrema is.
They live down here, just fucking
Yeah, they
about.
live in the Underdark, just running around, clawing and tearing things to death. Oh, by the way, is Rio asleep?
I've been trying to call him periodically. He will
Yeah,
not.
so he's passed the fuck out. He got here early.
I
How's he
know.
passed
That's
out
why
now?
he's passed out.
Yeah, that's
What a
probably.
Because he
bitch.
didn't.
He
He
didn't
didn't
get
take
his
his
nap
pre-game nap.
This pre-game nap. You'd have a pre-game sleep if we didn't call him.
Tch. And Rogi will eat the food, but
It's
does
delicious.
it taste good? It's delicious.
I would imagine it's pretty delicious because this is like, Tappy has two things she does here: tend the bar and make surface world food. This is what they do every day.
I
Rogi
think.
gasps. I need to know how
I
to
mean,
make
it might be
this.
very different from what you think it is.
Yeah, I think.
Like your taste buds are probably very, very different. However,
Oh yeah, but
I imagine to a degree, there's just something that is filling but very light about the meal that you definitely appreciate.
From the
Oh,
from the
yes.
two things that barely said anything about Underdark food, I think Underdark food leans more towards bitters. Savory is still there, but it's kind of like a very different source of it.
Probably like a dull, savory,
Uh
yeah.
huh. And although I don't think the breakfast meal, specifically eggs and sausage and stuff, kind of lean on this, I think surface food is different kind of like savory and stuff. And I think they have more sweet things. They have butter. They have like
Yeah. There's no butter in this case, so there's not a lot of
yeah,
sweetness
but
to
like
it. But you definitely get a pack punch full of savory but a very light meal.
they have fruit up there. I don't think we have any
This is
fruit
so
fruit in this meal, but like
strange.
There's no fruit in this meal.
yeah, like but
Not today at least.
hmm
I need to learn how to make this. Rogi immediately just gets up and just runs towards the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still cooking. Is there something
How
you
do
would
you
like?
make this food? This is
Oh.
amazing.
I'm glad you enjoy it. Have you? Oh, you've never been to the surface, have you?
No.
This is a very classic meal in the surface.
What is it?
I don't typically do this, but come on in. I'll show you how to make it.
Okay.
The ingredients are the important part, and she starts going into how, they do some trading with the surface and tide, but mainly they get a lot of their stuff from Mantle Darret, which is a very large, well-known trading post in the Underdark that deals with everyone from surface or below, just kind of in one location. She doesn't tell you exactly how to get to any of these places or where any of these things will come from. But she just explains it's a surface world thing. And then she kind of shows you crack an egg onto the pan, flip it, do whatever you want to it.
These eggs
Yeah.
won't kill you?
No.
Oh my. You know, I had an idea to do this once with a carrion crawler egg. Did not taste
Oh,
good.
yeah, I
Did
wouldn't
not
do
taste
that.
good at all.
Yeah, they're bad. You.
It was a lot of food, but it was not. It was not this. What is this? Rogi just looks at the butter and just like sticks his finger in it. What is this? What does it do?
It's butter. It's made from milk. You love it.
God.
The Duragar who discovered butter.
What
No
Well,
the-
longer
they
is his
should-
life so dour.
They should
Can we
have
put
butter
this on
from
things?
the Rothe.
They probably do, to a
But
degree.
not surface butter.
No.
And
I
also,
imagine Rothe butter
not
and cow
used to-
butter is probably
to
different.
flavor things,
Yeah.
I feel like the Dwargar would just use it, like, just as a cooking thing, not as any sort of flavoring.
Or
Like a grease the pan thing.
Or
Yep,
like
exactly.
some form of lubricant of some kind. Like that would be it to get something
Or, like,
unstuck. That's
Tool.
its goal.
Oh my god. Rogi will spend as much time as Tappy Foam Strap lets him, just learning
She
how to
loves
cook.
it. She's peppering you with questions about your travels and the way you learn to cook. You're peppering her. It's a
Mhm.
very good give and take. And so I'll say like
cool.
over the next couple hours, where at this point, I would say Rogi's busy. The rest of the party, do what you want. Rogi is busy learning how to cook surface world food.
Frankie's gonna pass out after eating all the food.
You're gonna go back to bed.
That reminds him of home.
Food coma.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're gonna have a very late start to your day today, I imagine.
The
Mhm.
food tastes like safety.
Oh no, a false sense of safety.
Damn it! It gets us every time.
You're kind of just like it.
Either-
Imagine your mother making this for you. Since you
That's
like
I would
to,
not want to constantly check for poison.
I guess a different kind of matriarchy then.
I had a very nice, like, Gunter starts to say something right before realizing he's out in public. I knew of a noble family on the surface who had a very nice house servant that made them dinners and such. Didn't really talk all that much, but presence was welcoming. Let's go check out.
Just kind of leans over. So, brother,
Mhm.
do you feel up for adventure today, or do you feel a spell coming on soon?
We should get going before I change my mind. I would hate to stay in this room all day. And yeah, let's.
That's the spirit, my brother. Let's go.
At some point, Rogi would love to have a conversation with Jim Jar as well.
Okay.
But
I'll
since I'm
imagine you're
busy,
pretty
I just do.
engrossed in learning surface world because she's not showing what she's doing now. She's gonna be showing you what she's doing for lunch,
Yeah.
dinner, probably tomorrow,
Rogi's
breakfast.
even more excited.
Yeah, she's invested as well. So the rest of you down Rogi, but you have whatever rest of your day you want to do. Frankie's probably out too, to a degree. In his food coma. So Rio, if he wakes up, Jim Jar, Gundra, and Elu.
Yeah, I'm a little lost since everybody is kind of incapacitated right now. We might go to the shops and such and look for a few things.
Okay. Sure enough, as you try to leave the, the what was it called again? The foaming mug. The door. As you open up the door, there is an armed guard waiting for you, and he just kind of follows along.
Excellent. Can you direct us to the markets?
Yes, this way. So he just kind of starts taking you by.
This armed guard deal seems to be rather useful. We actually know where we're going now.
Don't push it. Are you looking for weaponry? Or are you looking for?
We're looking for everything. What do they got? Window shopping.
Okay.
What were the places you said that they have again?
He takes you. I think it's here. No, that's not right. As you have to go through here. As you come over here to this area, you notice there are like a series of guards about here at this barricaded wall. 8 Durgar guards and like 4 cave badgers are just holding this place down, reinforcing it, making sure the passageway doesn't open up, but it's completely sealed that they're in from a locked door.
Is that where all the uses are?
No, that's where Rock Blight is. We've been having issues with Agramak's Bane.
Seem like there's several detrimental issues to this city. I understand why you have no one to spare.
Yes. One of them kind of, as you're walking by, looks at him. He clearly seems to be a leader of some kind. Goes, huh. Hey, be careful if you're going that way into the Rock Blight. We're getting reports of a Medusa crawling her way around in there.
That is a wonderful heads up. I was actually going to consider getting our entire party and see if we can tackle it, and I can use my arcane knowledge to see what that strange stone is doing. But with a Medusa there, I think I'll just stay clear of it. Thank you.
Strange stone?
Uh,
What are you talking about?
something about a stone or something affecting the stone elementals? I don't remember.
You're talking about Agramak's Bane?
Yes, is that not the same direction? I apologize.
It is, but it's no stone.
Oh,
It's like a elemental cloud of energy of some kind.
I see.
It passes through, rock elementals go crazy. They start attacking everything. It's been a real hassle.
Well, that's
We're offering payments out right now.
at least interesting.
Yeah, we don't.
You know what the cause is?
Well, we know it's Agermach's bane, but we don't know how to necessarily stop it. Right now, I'm trying to deal with this Medusa issue. We don't know
Keyleth,
where they are.
how are
You'll
you at
find out
blind
what
fighting?
How am I at blind fighting?
you do know somebody who is good at blind fighting.
It is not
Ah.
Keyleth. He did not take blind fighting. He stayed with his interception fighting style, so it's not going to be until 8th level, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
where he gets blind fighting. He didn't switch it out.
My name is Sark Axebarrel. I'm the one who's dealing with this front line here.
Rogue's got us covered, though.
We might be coming through a little bit later. See if we can
Well,
handle your problem for you.
It can make you some money at the very least. 50 gold per person for any useful information you can find out about the Medusa. Pulls out a diamond, John like lifts up in his hand and kind of catches it. Plus this baby, if you can actually kill her and bring me back some proof. It's a diamond worth about 1,000 gold.
Wonderful.
Woo!
This, there's all the
And a
temptation we need.
1,000 gold diamond? That is a critical item right there.
Yeah, we're that desperate. We need someone to go in there and deal with it. We can't spare as many people as we'd like. Or even for the information for scouts.
I will
Well,
see
we're
you in the
going to
next
go
2
feed
hours.
gold into your marketplace, but we'll be back to
Yes.
investigate that, good dear gnome.
If you were
sir.
talking about any, there are some strange stones. Look it up real quick. If you're talking about strange stones, there's some speaking stones that away. He points to the cave almost directly behind you.
Ugh, no, not those. I never want to go next to those ever again.
Speaking stones?
Is that not what made Keyleth mad?
No,
Um,
as
in
far as you're aware.
Gracklestug?
Oh, I mean, as far as you know, probably not, but you don't know. You can kind of see there are like a circle of menhirs kind of poking up out of the ground.
Let's go check this out real quick. We're going to be walking into some money later. Why shop whenever we are going to just return?
Yeah, whatever. You could tell that Sark just kind of goes back to monitoring the rest of the crew, like his group of people he has, his crew, and just kind of looking over the security of it all once more.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see the speaking stones.
Okay. As you travel, hair snake like it.
That's so true.
By this point, like some time has probably gone on a little bit, but you can see a circle of menhirs. They look old, probably predating the rest of this cavern, if anything, or the rest of Blingdenstone. But they stand in the center of this small cavern.
What do they look like?
Just classic menhirs, like just giant stones sticking out of the ground vertically.
Hmm.
You hear a tapping
Hmm.
of like a cane as someone walks by, looks at you, and goes, interested in the speaking stones?
My brother is.
Of course. Didn't expect anything from you.
What are these exactly?
Speaking stones.
And that means?
The Stoneheart Enclave use them to commune. But they're not doing well right now.
Anything happen? Or...
Well, he taps some of the menhirs. See, we believe that these are truly ancient Galebdir. We venerate them as manifestation of the gods. They're so old they've lost most of their face, as you can see. We're having issues with other sections of the city, especially those in rock blight, as you can imagine. Hopefully you can imagine. We have a temple in there. Our god of ours stands desecrated.
Is that why there's ghosts everywhere?
Well, that's just one of many issues. The invasion is tragically why we have so many ghosts. We're dealing with them, but Stoneheart Enclave can only do so much. Especially with a desecrated temple. I can't imagine.
Desecrated by the stone blight.
No, rock blight is the name of the area. Agric's Bane. Agrimok's Bane is the issue we have. But that is not an issue that we can just settle. We just have to work against it.
I'll call it Khaleesi.
Hmm?
He
Say what?
just Khaleesi, drow word for
No.
stone.
Ah, sure. I don't care. We would like to go into the temple and fix the issues. But we can't. It kind of starts walking away.
Kind of waves him off. Detect magic, rituals, ritual cast. It's spending a lot of time, but fuck it.
Okay. You spend some time, and at this point, this old priest just kind of turns his head, kind of watches you do it. By the time your spell goes off, you realize there's powerful divination magic here. You imagine it's very priestly in nature. Nothing you could probably access. Like spells like augury and commune here would probably do very well. But you do sense that something's a bit off about it.
Okay.
Something's not full, not whole.
Okay. We will have to bring Rogi. And I think he says, Rogi will probably want to see this. Nothing much we can do here. Thank you. He waves at the priest as he leaves.
Let's say about at this point, probably half your day has gone by. Roki, and Frankie, if you guys want to head out and join the party or do your own thing, you guys can.
Do they come back to the tavern
Uh,
Don't
to
imagine.
gather us?
Probably would. That's up to them.
It's kind of weird. We were going to go to the shops, and we were flaunted a huge fucking prize for killing a Medusa. So it's kind of like,
And possibly
why?
another quest.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's head back. Tell them about the Medusa. This is the first thing on our list. There was a clear reward for it, and all of that other shit.
Well then,
That
this
Gundra refreshes.
You didn't ask about anything to do with the reward in the other place.
Yeah, but also,
The reward is implied increased favorism, and then what else they offer as items.
Alright.
Well, then if my time cooking is coming to an end, the second that you guys come into the tavern, Rogi will immediately run up to you with a large object in his hand and just shove a fish right in your face. Look at this!
no.
Look at this!
No.
Look at it!
No, we have business
You
to do.
just scowls.
Stare! Look!
It's a fish.
Opens up the mouth. Look what it doesn't have.
Teeth, yes. It's
Teeth! If everything that she is saying is true, then the things on the surface are so much nicer than the things down here.
that's
They
subjective.
don't have teeth.
Yeah, that doesn't.
This tastes amazing.
That means they're weaker. This is something we already knew.
Rogi's so excited.
You are
But it
getting
doesn't
too
have
excited
teeth.
for a fish having less bones than normal. I understand
You
it's very
realize
convenient.
how much easier that makes it to cook?
Insanely, probably. But who
Incredibly. More. Actually, doesn't that make it harder to hunt?
That's
You
true.
just hunt by putting meat in the water. The fish grab onto the meat, you pull the meat out, you have
Apparently
fish.
there is something called a... What's it called again? What is the thing you use to capture fish?
A pole, a fishing pole.
You use a
Oh, like a
pole.
spear? I
No,
understand.
No,
It's like
apparently
a
you just put a thing in the water.
it's a trap. It's like a trap.
It's a trap. Frankie, why did you not tell me that your fish don't have teeth?
Because I was entertained by your surprise.
Also, who
I
would
like
bring up
imagine
fish?
the past hour, like Rogi's been obsessed, like asking questions about this fish to Tappy, who's not fully aware of all the answers, and Frankie's just sitting there like, what a fucking idiot.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
know about fish.
there is a Medusa. We should kill it. We will get a diamond worth quite a lot of money. And also, while we're there, we can check out the thing that's making the stone elementals crazy. See if I can, I don't know, do something about it. Also, there is some speaking stone you should take your little strange crystal to. Probably.
Oh, okay.
It's similar in its nature, so. Oh, we did not learn where the catacombs are, but we do know where a desecrated church is.
Oh, okay. These are a lot of things.
Medusa's
It
first.
is a lot of things. The Medusa first, well, dropping off the rock would be far easier than
You should
dealing
check
with
out the sending
Medusa.
stones.
The sending stones, then to the Medusa, then we'll talk about what we want to do next.
Okay.
Conjurer goes to his room. He has 3 sets of common clothes, by the way. I'm just going to remind everybody of that real quick. He does get out more clothes to kind of like cover his body so he can at least have plausible deniability for a half second of just not having this guy's self on. Just like, oh, I'm just looking away so you don't see my face real quick. You know, robes, cloak, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been passively draining him of spells, and I've probably been too kind to myself for it, but still.
I'm fine with this.
Alright, yeah, let's go to the Speaking Stones, show them off.
Okay. So yeah, like you all head to the Speaking Stones, and you see it, just a circle of menhirs. And the old priest is still sitting there too. He seems to be in some sort of passive prayer.
Alright, don't bother the priest. So, few things I realized. This has high divination energy. It's vaguely holy, but it's also missing something. It's related to the stone speaker people, whatever. You got that stone from people who, whatever. Do something. I don't care what. Just do anything.
Okay. I can do that.
Can you cast Augury or Commune?
No.
Okay. You
But
pull
what
out.
Rogi will do is take the stone out.
Okay. The
And are
stone
we-
speaker crystal.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And are we... Where is this thing?
Actually, I can move you guys to exactly where it is. Boom.
Rad. Okay. Are there any plants in the area? Any mushrooms? Anything?
Some fungus. Yeah, just small little bit.
Okay.
Like
Alright.
some of it is used as lights. Also, some lights in the areas are like caged fire beetle, like giant fire beater, like beetles. They're just caged up, glowing. You know, then they have magic in some cases, but the whole place is pretty well brightly lit.
We will walk over to one of the... Did you say one of the mushrooms is lighting the area?
Yeah.
Walk over to the nearest mushroom and use the stone speaker crystal to cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
So yeah, you can speak with all plants within a 30-foot radius of yourself. But there's a big glowy boy.
Mhm.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh. What is going on here?
These are the stones.
What kinds of stones? What do they
Dust.
do?
They call them the speaking stones, but I don't know what they do.
Oh.
Gurnik could tell you. He knows a lot.
Who is that?
Gurnik Tapfinger.
Okay.
He's in the room.
Okay. Has anyone been in this area that is not supposed to be?
No, all are welcome here.
Oh, that is nice. That is good. Has there been anything that any of you have thought is weird?
No.
No. Okay. Hey guys, I'm talking to the plants. Do you want me to ask any questions?
What would the plants know?
I don't know. You just told me to bring the crystal here and do something with it, so I did.
Can it not do anything useful?
The crystal
Yes.
lets me speak to things.
It's a stone speaker crystal. These things are connected to them. It has to do more than that.
Yeah, I will direct my attention to the stones. Rogi will try to speak to the stones.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can the stone speaker crystal do that?
Not written, no.
Not as written.
True.
It can
You
replace.
attempt to speak with the stones, but there is no response back. You have this attuned, right? This is one of your attuned items,
Yes, it is.
along with your mace now, I guess.
Is the mace attunement?
The mace is attunement, yes.
I don't think I've attuned to the mace. Yeah, I'd probably attune to the mace because I have the room too. But yeah, those are my two things.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm probably back up to 10 charges with it as well.
Oh,
since we've had-
probably. Yeah, you haven't used it in so long.
Ask
But
the.
yeah, you
Um,
attempt to speak, and at this, as you turn around, kind of try to start speaking, Gurnik's eyes goes a little wide. The priest there, he moves forward. He goes, "What, pray tell, is that thing?"
It is a crystal that I got.
He strokes his small beard. Where did you get it?
Hey
Drakushki.
mushrooms.
Yeah,
Is this Gurnik? This is Gurnik, right?
he's in the room, so yeah.
Do you trust him?
I don't know.
Is he?
Stop asking the mushroom questions
Cool.
and start talking to the person who knows things.
Hang on, I'm asking the mushrooms.
I'm right
Very
here.
important question.
Is he usually this rude?
Yes.
Mushrooms. Should I talk to
Yeah.
him?
He is more concerned with the opinions
Why
of plants than
not?
people.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Gurnik.
Rude.
Thank you. I needed to consult with my friends. The mushrooms say you are very nice, so I trust you.
I don't care.
Okay.
I want to know where you got this stone speaker crystal. There aren't many like these out there.
Why do you want to know? Rogi kind of defensively brings it
I
towards
want to
himself.
know where you got it or who you killed to get this.
I did not kill anyone to get this. I was given this by the stone giants in Krakostock.
Interesting. Given, you say?
Yes.
I've heard of a place called Graven Hollow that made these, but I know nothing more than that. I do know Graven Hollow was made by stone giants, so your story checks out.
Thank you.
I see you two are back here. Interested more in the speaker stones?
Yes
no,
and no.
we're interested
What?
if that speaker crystal had anything to do with the speaker stones.
I
It
would be able to
appears the
say.
answer is no. So
Rogi
now
will
we are
take
going
one
to
of the
go
stone
and
speaker crystals and touch it to one of the stone speaker stones.
Nothing happens.
now.
At
Do
the
you
very least,
know-
you're not going to get a lot out of this unless my temple has been hollowed again.
Really?
Well, we're
Uh,
planning on killing a Medusa first.
Yeah,
Baby
good luck
steps.
with that. At the very least,
And
he pulls out a ruby spell gem. He goes, in my temple, if you could place this gem in a different set of menhir, the steadfast stone, and hollow out my temple, I can bring blessings bestowed upon all of you. And just for clarification, the reward is a blessing of protection or a blessing of weapon enhancement,
oh
as he
shit.
explains in some sort of priestly way.
Keith will take the ruby.
Now he takes it back for a second and goes, I need to tell you everything. If you place
Alright.
this gem, though, Agramok's Bane will send servants to stop you. Defeat these servants until the gem awakens its 3 temple guardians. At which point the temple will be cleansed and you may leave. And I will give you your reward.
Keith just holds out his hand and like has a give me gesture towards the ruby.
He's looking at
And,
any other member of your party.
and I'm sorry, but how did you say that your temple got unhallowed?
I assume sometime in the past 100 years.
The drought
When we
swept
went
through here. Things got destroyed. It's normal. Just takes hand out to take the ruby.
He kind of
Rogi.
eyes you for a minute. Looking like directly at your eyes. Just staring you down.
Nope. I am already taking care of one stone. I can take care of another 2. Rogi will offer his hand up after Gundra does.
He reaches for Gundra, but then goes right to Rogi. Puts,
I am Rogi, the father of stones.
I thought you were the father of mushrooms.
I can be father to 2 things.
Keith just kind of shrugs. I suppose our father was a brother, and then he just kind of like wraps an arm around Gundra's shoulders and just kind of like leaves it there.
Hmm. Let's just go. Just tired of this.
I'll say,
Didn't like the stare down, I will say.
alright. I'll say by this point, probably most of your day has gone by. Just talking with people, walking around, learning how to cook, sleeping the day away. So if you guys want to sleep for the night, you can, or you can try to push for one of these quests.
I rest for 4 hours. I would like to fight the snake woman. I would like to communicate briefly with the snake woman while Keyleth
How
gets
many
behind
spell
her.
slots have you taken away so far?
I think I did basically all my first level spells.
How many is that?
4.
Okay.
If you need more, I can take away some of my second.
I would
But,
say take away at least one of your second at this point.
I'm going to Arcane Recovery. It's half my wizard level.
Okay.
So I gain 1 second level back, I believe, and then one first level.
Okay, that's fine. So are you going to fight the snake lady?
Yeah, let's go.
Fight, 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 fight,
Okay.
fight,
Snake
fight,
fight, snake fight.
fight,
Travel for a little while. End up at the gate. That's when Sark looks at you all and goes, "Oh, you brought friends, huh?"
Yes, let's behead this witch quickly.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll take it. He starts motioning to open up the gates. Gates close behind you. The other one open up.
Mm-hmm.
You walk through. Gates close behind you. Which way would you like to go?
Is there any particular plan of stealth anyone wants to use, or can I just start
I will
yelling
say,
a
I don't know.
challenge?
I don't know
Uh,
why I asked, because this area up here is blocked off.
I I will
So where
say,
is
Down
the
here.
snake people?
I will say, like Gundra offers to be a distraction while everybody else sets up on her.
Okay.
You're
He's
not
going to use.
allowed to get petrified, brother.
I'm closing my eyes the entire time, feeling the walls and such. He
As-
casts
so
mage armor
it's-
on himself, and he's going to walk alone into this big area. He guesses.
Now, hold on 1 second. As you enter this cavern, it mirrors the residential areas you've seen in Blingdenstone. Except there's no joy or warmth here. Only darkness, signs of carnage. Every step echoes against the walls beyond your visible area. The air is cold and damp, and you can hear a waterfall somewhere in the blackness, along with faint echoes of battle. As you keep walking through, you're almost inadvertently becoming closer and closer to the source of this battle. Do you ever head back?
Probably not. I think I close my eyes and go down one of the tunnels.
Okay. I mean, at this
Yeah.
point, you're all traveling and still going. You're not even reached the tunnel really yet.
If there is the sounds of combat or things of that nature, Rogi will definitely start moving quietly and stealthily.
Is that sort of?
Are you? Who has their eyes open as you're stumbling through here?
Rogi wouldn't have them closed.
Okay.
Keyleth
everyone-
has his open.
Okay. I was gonna say, is everyone just walking through here blind?
I think it's just Rogi and me who are closing their eyes, and it's literally just because he wants to distract a woman.
Okay. At some point, as you're walking through, a ghost kind of wanders into view, head down, and then as if animated just by your presence, shouts out, "Run, hide, flee! They're coming!" And it makes a horrifying look, and I need anyone who has their eyes open to make a wisdom saving throw. See horrifying visage.
Uh-huh.
The sleeping one may need help.
The sleeping one may need help.
Yeah,
Gavin, can
there
I
I
just
go
give you his
again.
character sheet?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll try to
So
call
I'm
him
at
again as
3
well.
sanity right now. Does it go back to 1?
This is not a sanity thing.
Oh, good.
Also, it would go down to 2. Or no, it would go down to 1.
3 immediately turns into 1, and then your
Yeah.
next one is a 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Frankie.
Frankie, what about you?
What's up?
You make a
Wisdom
wisdom saving
saving
throw as a
throw.
ghost is trying to spook you. 19, you pet. Okay, Keyleth is the only one who fails. Oh, fuck. I need to check something quick. Because you may have just gotten it real bad. Oh, fuck, I just fucked that up. Yeah, you got it real bad, Keyleth.
Mm-hmm.
As he comes through, you're horrified so much by just this. I don't even know how to describe it. The gaze that you got from it, that probably no one else has witnessed, is just the horrifying death of untold thousands, all in one face. And you are currently frightened for 1 minute, and you could repeat the saving throw each time.
Each time
and
what?
for each round, I'm sorry. And then you age 1d4 times 10 years.
That's nothing.
That's
He's
literally
fine.
nothing.
It's
He's
nothing.
a drow.
Yep. You age 40 years in 1 moment from the pure fright of it.
Do I have his age written down?
Which is lucky it happened to you and not like
Anybody else?
anybody else.
Frankie.
I think that
Literally just
actually,
Frankie.
Frankie would die. If he got 40
Yeah,
years
I'd be-
added to him,
I'd be close to death.
he would be like, well,
Be
I'm
an
dying in the
old,
next
frail
week.
man.
pretty sure Rogi
Okay.
might have just died as well.
How old's Roby?
Old.
Oh, he's like an old Duergar? I didn't realize.
Yeah. Fresh face, but old.
Okay,
Since it's
so
never come up,
Youth went
Rogi-
from 19-year-old teenager to about 21.
He
He
hates
can
2
smoke.
years.
He went from 82 years old to 122,
Jeez.
which is nothing. He's
It's
barely
nothing.
he's for Drow barely past adulthood.
I
Right.
was gonna say, but you did
That being
suddenly
said-
cross 100, so
Yeah. That being said, there's only one person who could even notice that difference.
Yep.
And that's probably just Gundra. But your heart is beating faster than it ever has, and you went through Melimac fear.
Mm.
But eventually, after a few moments, you calm yourself down. You're no longer frightened.
Gundra, well, maybe a little bit too loudly, just says, are there ghosts here too? Why are there so many ghosts in this damn city?
You do see that the ghost is kind of fleeting, like the ghost is fleeing in a
You didn't see
certain
anything.
direction.
Your eyes are closed.
He
Well,
heard
I
a
mean, those
voice
of you
that
who
was
can see-
wailing like a ghost.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably wouldn't be hard, but also those of you could see, it kind of was fleeing in a certain way towards one of the homes.
Opens eyes, turns around. Where do we...
That's very risky because no one said much. If it was a Medusa, they'd gotten everybody, but you, that would have been game over.
what's Keela
Medusa
doing in
was
this...
behind us.
Keela doing in this frightened moment?
He just went silent. But he was silent to begin with, so
Is that anything to be concerned about? Trying to meet a Medusa is already stressful enough. I don't want a ghost. Which
you're
area did
telling
it go?
me.
It went into a nearby like burrow, like a home.
Okay.
Let's just get this over with as fast as possible.
Is Keela's prevented from moving forward due to frightened?
No, it ended. It's
No.
only lasted a minute.
Yeah, it would be ending by now.
Okay. All right. Close eyes. Actually, get a quick like half peek towards the direction he's supposed to be going, and then go.
To be fair, you're not sure where you're going.
Yeah.
Hey, you're about here, so where would you like to go?
Probably towards a more central area, which down the stairs feels correct, but you know, I think
What's this.
You don't know. You're not even there.
Let's go there.
I'm gonna go this way. Give me a moment to see if I can bait out the target.
Which way you're going?
Down this way.
Okay. Just say Gundra's there. The rest of you are over here.
Gundra, as he walks in, it says, I am to believe that there is a creature here. If you can speak to me, do it so now.
You don't hear anything back. And you walked in, I assume, blind.
And I'm just listening at this point. Perception is normally 16. I'm guessing that's at least at disadvantage for a
It would
solid
be.
passive 11. I'm here to negotiate with you. I know of your nature, and I will not be falling for your tricks. So come out and let's talk.
Nothing.
Keluth is going to stealth.
Okay, roll stealth for me.
did
Anyone
you
else
want
wants to
Rogi to
join
stealth
that?
as well? Okay, yep.
He gestures to mage armor he put on himself. Did I do that, or did I just think of that
You
heavily?
did do that. Yeah, you
Yeah.
did do that.
As you can see,
Nice.
I'm well defended. Striking me now would be easy, but it wouldn't get you very far. Again, please, let's negotiate. I can see you safe passage out of this place, so you aren't constantly assaulted by those dreadful little gnomes.
Nothing.
Do I still have my disguise self on?
That's up to you. I know. Wait, you can't concentrate on two things. Can you?
Disguise self isn't concentration.
Oh,
Yeah, there is
that's up
mage
to you.
armor, I think. Yeah, both are
Okay, then
good.
You should be fine.
He's going to use subtle. Not subtle. He's going to change the nature of his thing to make it seem like his eyes are always closed, but he's going to open his eyes behind the illusion of his disguised self and just take a quick survey. He sees anything, closes them right up again. But that's all it takes for some cases if he's very unlucky.
True.
Quick survey. Let's check.
Fucking bug in my way.
Kill the bug.
Kill the bugs.
Eat the
Anyways.
bugs.
Light from the bioluminescent fungi around you refracts through large crystal formations, erupting from the floor, creating a kaleidoscope of colors on the surrounding walls. The crystals are semi-transparent, slightly distorting images seen through them. A statue of a gnome cowers near a crystal outgrowth, holding a broken crystal in its hands. But other than that, that's all you see.
What kind of crystal does he hold? Color at the very
You're
least.
not quite sure, like a pale blue.
Hmm.
You can see when looking at this statue, it seemed like he was trying to hold it up to his eyes, but didn't quite make it.
I walk over, kind of doing it slowly, before grabbing that crystal. And I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to hold on to it
Mm-hmm.
and close my eyes again
Okay.
because I feel it's bait.
Okay. So you're just gonna take the crystal?
Yeah.
Okay, you have it. I will say, I would think you would probably know this. If you do look through something like this, I will say, just from you understanding its properties, you know you would gain advantage on a Constitution saving throw is made against the Medusa's gaze, but your attack rolls would be at a disadvantage.
I think he just places it close to his eye
Mm-hmm.
and keeps the other eye closed, and he's just going to look around now and just be like, I have a tool. We can face each other. You can have a normal conversation.
You don't hear anything. However, you do see a more gathered now. As far like because you can see there's a more larger outcropping towards this cave over here of just statues. But you're no fool, not just statues.
He's gonna close his eyes and bring the gem down. Is this your lair over here? I understand not wanting to talk to me, but you're being rude at this point. Come now.
You just hear faintly from inside some form of hissing sound.
If you can speak, do so, or else I am forced to treat you like an animal.
Keyleth's gonna sneak up closer to Gundra, because he hears a change in the conversation.
Right. I'll say that's easy enough for those of you who are stealthing to get up right up almost next to him, but close. But there's no conversation back.
Fine. He's gonna cast a mirror image on himself, another non-concentration spell, and walk towards it.
Okay.
You
Is
are
everyone else joining him?
Keyleth is.
Okay. Rogi?
Most definitely.
Frankie?
Sure.
Rio?
Oh wait.
Hoping that would work. Okay. You walk inside.
Closed eyes.
Close, closed eyes.
Yeah,
Who?
I
Yeah.
am. I
Well,
am
specify
navigating
right
using
now.
the thing.
So not closed.
I am
Your eyes are.
navigating. No, using my hands and like the
Ah,
statues and stuff.
I see.
Rogi will definitely use his blind sight to walk in.
Okay. Using your blind side. Keyleth, what are you doing?
Uh, Keyleth is hanging back towards the cave entrance.
Okay. I
Unfortunately,
assume the. I assume
yeah.
Frankie and Thodane are behind. Frankie, are you keeping your eyes closed or open? Or
Um, I am going to close my eyes, but have my sword guide me.
okay, using like a cane almost.
No,
Mhm.
like telling me where to go,
Oh, like calling it out. I see.
because
That's
you know it
smart.
has a mind of its own.
Right.
And
It
I'll,
can only. I think it can only see within 10 feet of it.
So blind sight.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll work for him.
well, then I'll have it follow closely behind one of the others, and I'll have Thodane close his eyes and hold onto my shoulder.
Gundra is also speaking loud enough that people can hear him.
So
For
are you guys following like a line with Keyleth in the back and Gundra in the front?
I don't like that positioning.
So
If
that's what it
everybody's
sounds
going
like.
in, then Keyleth will be next to Gundra.
Okay.
stealthing.
Stealthing, eyes closed, as he can.
Unfortunately for you, your hair hasn't gotten the memo that you're being quiet. I know what you are. I know what you're capable of. And I'm trying to be civil.
Wait, my sword has dark vision,
Okay.
up to 120 feet.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it'll just be vocally
Yeah, you
guiding
won't be
me.
able to. No one will be able to stealth, of course, because the sword is calling out where to go for Frankie.
Can it talk to me telepathically since
Oh,
I'm attuned
wait,
to it, or
yeah.
does
You
it
know
have to?
what? It can't just decide to talk with you telepathically, can it?
I could be in front of the group.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's silent. Only you know what it's saying. I assume you haven't activated the sword, but
No,
Just the
it's still
handle.
dark, but the hilt is out and
yes,
looking for me as
I'll
my
say the only
eyes.
thing you hear constantly from Dawnbringer is, "It's dark. I don't like it, Frankie. I can't do this much longer. Very
You're
dark in here.
fine. You're fine. Just chill
I
out.
can't. No, Frankie. It's been so long in the dark. I can't do this."
Okay, think about it this way. Do you want to see the surface?
Yeah.
Then I need you to muscle through.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
There you go.
I think I'm convincing.
The Dawnbringer just takes a moment and goes, "Okay, okay, I can do this.
We're counting on you.
Just don't keep me waiting." So you're all walking in blind.
Yeah. Gundra points to his ears, not sure if this thing has dark vision or not, and he's only like on a hunch that this thing can speak. A Medusa is a woman with weird hair. Probably can speak. And he
You
just
just
points.
hear hissing all around you.
Elves are
This point.
blessed with these ears for a reason. Please, open up. I'm trying to
Can
be a
I make a
kind thing.
survival check to try and
Uh,
echolocate where the hissing is coming
I was
from?
just about to make an attack. As you're
Oh,
all sitting there blind, you hear in one quick motion, the notch of an arrow, and then fired at Gundra with advantage. That's a 19.
Let's roll a d20 to see if it actually hits me.
Okay.
5. Actually, what's the rules on mirror image? Let's go. Mirror image.
You have to roll a 6 or higher.
Wonderful. It does hit me.
Okay.
Actually, what was the AC? You probably said it, but
19.
yeah, that definitely hits. I'm currently at a 16, I think.
Okay. You get 4 piercing and 8 poison damage as an arrow hits you right in the shoulder beneath the layers of your magic armor. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
That was 12 in total.
Oh
We don't
boy.
have tokens.
Yes. Oh yeah, hold on one moment. I was about to switch it. But I forgot you guys also need tokens to roll.
I hate to be that guy, but should
It
we
is 11 o'clock. And we don't have
potentially,
Rio.
yeah,
Yep,
start the
yep.
fight next time with Rio?
I am 100% okay with that. If we
Okay.
want to end it here and all in agreement, we can start up next round, next session with a Medusa fight.
Yeah, that would be best. I think.
Yay!
And I'll
Medusa
leave it
fight.
right on here too. Just don't move anything. Oh no.
Kilu's not here.
Let's do Baba
There's no
Yaga.
map.
Keyless should be there. Keyless right there. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's just taking 15 million years to
I was gonna
load.
say like
You're probably
there.
looking for the lizard.
No, I was
lizard
looking
is
for
not there.
Keyless token. There wasn't any
Well,
token.
in the past, wherever the lizard was, Keyleth was.
That's because I put their tokens on top of each other.
All right.
Yeah.
We're stopping here then.
Yep, we'll
Yep.
stop here. Good session, everybody.